Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something simple but life-changing. Four things, just four, that if you control, can take you from where you are to where you want to be. Your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind. You see, life doesn't just happen to you. You happen to life. And the difference between those who struggle and those who succeed: discipline, self-control, mastery. Words are one of the most powerful forces in human interaction. They can build bridges or burn them down, create opportunities or destroy them, heal wounds or cut deeper than any blade. Every word we speak has weight, and once spoken, it can never be taken back. This is why controlling our mouth, what we say, how we say it, and when we say it, is essential for personal and professional success. Many people fail not because they lack talent, intelligence, or ambition, but because they fail to control their words. They speak without thinking, respond with emotion instead of wisdom, or say things that damage their reputation and relationships. One of the biggest mistakes people make is speaking in the heat of the moment. When emotions are high, logic is often low. Anger, frustration, and excitement can lead to words that we later regret. In the heat of an argument, many people say things they don't truly mean, things that hurt others deeply. It takes only seconds to say something harmful, but it can take years to repair the damage caused. Some relationships never recover from a single careless sentence. This is why it is crucial to develop the ability to pause, think, and choose wisely, especially in emotionally charged situations. The ability to remain silent when necessary is just as important as knowing what to say. Not every situation requires a verbal response. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Silence can de-escalate conflicts, prevent unnecessary arguments, and allow us to gather our thoughts before responding. It is often said that wise people listen more than they speak, and there is deep truth in that. When we listen first, we gain a better understanding of situations, and our responses become more thoughtful and effective. Words also shape the way people perceive us. The way we speak determines how others view our intelligence, maturity, and emotional control. Those who speak with wisdom and clarity earn respect. They are seen as leaders, as people who can be trusted. On the other hand, those who speak recklessly, gossip, or complain excessively often find themselves struggling to earn trust and credibility. Reputation is built over time, but a few careless words can destroy it in an instant. This is why it is so important to be intentional with our speech. A crucial aspect of controlling our mouth is avoiding gossip and negativity. Speaking negatively about others, whether in person or online, can have long-term consequences. Not only does it damage relationships, but it also reflects poorly on the speaker. People who gossip are often seen as untrustworthy because if they talk about others behind their backs, it is assumed they will do the same to everyone. Gossiping may provide temporary entertainment, but it damages credibility and integrity in the long run. A person who controls their mouth avoids engaging in destructive conversations and instead focuses on words that uplift and encourage others. Speaking with purpose is another key element of controlling one's mouth. Every conversation, every sentence, every word we choose should have an intention behind it. Before speaking, it is wise to ask, is this necessary? Is this helpful? Is this kind? If the answer is no, it may be better left unsaid. Speaking with purpose means eliminating unnecessary chatter, avoiding words that bring no value, and ensuring that our speech aligns with our goals and values. Self-discipline in speech also involves knowing when and how to express disagreement. In life, there will always be conflicts and differences of opinion. However, the way we express our views determines whether a disagreement leads to understanding or division. Disagreeing with respect, using words that are diplomatic and thoughtful, ensures that even difficult conversations remain constructive. When people feel respected in a discussion, they are more likely to listen and consider different viewpoints. The tone in which we speak is just as important as the words themselves. Two people can say the exact same sentence, but their tone can change the meaning entirely. A sarcastic tone can make a compliment sound like an insult. A harsh tone can make an innocent statement feel like an attack. Being mindful of tone ensures that our words are received in the way we intend. When speaking, it is essential to be aware of not just what we say, but how we say it. The ability to control one's mouth is not something that happens overnight. It requires self-awareness, patience, and a conscious effort to improve communication habits. It is a skill that must be practiced daily. One of the best ways to develop this skill is to observe and learn from those who speak wisely. Great leaders, mentors, and role models often have a way with words that inspires and motivates. Studying their speech patterns, the way they handle conversations, and how they navigate difficult discussions can provide valuable lessons on how to use words effectively. Our mood plays a crucial role in shaping our experiences and interactions throughout life. It has a direct impact on how we perceive the world, how we interact with others, and how we make decisions. However, one of the most powerful skills you can develop is the ability to control your mood. Emotions like anger, frustration, sadness, and anxiety are all natural and unavoidable, but how we respond to them makes all the difference. Instead of letting our emotions dictate our actions, we have the power to take control of them. By cultivating emotional resilience and practicing emotional regulation, we can achieve a greater sense of inner peace, improve our relationships, and navigate life's challenges more effectively. The first step in managing your emotions is understanding them, recognizing how you feel in a given moment and why you feel that way. Often we rush through our days without taking the time to check in with ourselves, which means we react impulsively without fully understanding the cause of our emotions. Self-awareness gives us the clarity we need to stop, reflect, and identify what's really going on inside. Are you angry because of a work issue? Are you anxious about a meeting later in the day? Or perhaps you're feeling sad about something from your past. Once you identify the emotion, you can begin to address it in a healthy way. One powerful way to enhance self-awareness is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. It involves observing your thoughts and feelings as they arise without getting caught up in them. When you practice mindfulness, you create a space between your emotions and your reactions, allowing you to pause and choose how to respond. This is particularly valuable when you're dealing with strong emotions like anger or anxiety. Instead of reacting impulsively, mindfulness gives you the ability to take a step back, acknowledge what you're feeling, and decide whether you want to act on it or let it go. For example, if you're feeling angry, mindfulness helps you notice the anger without allowing it to control your behavior. You might choose to take a deep breath and wait until you're calm enough to respond thoughtfully, rather than acting out of frustration. It's important to note that controlling your mood doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine when it's not. Emotional suppression can be harmful in the long run, as it may lead to emotional buildup and even cause physical health problems. Instead, it's about finding healthy ways to process and express your emotions. For example, if you're feeling sad, allow yourself the space to grieve. If you're angry, acknowledge your anger, but find a constructive outlet, such as exercising or journaling. Emotional release in healthy ways can prevent negative feelings from accumulating and allows you to move forward without being weighed down by them. Self-compassion is an essential part of mood management. People often treat themselves harshly when they feel upset, blaming themselves for their emotions or criticizing themselves for not being strong enough to handle a situation. This self-criticism only exacerbates negative emotions and leads to a cycle of guilt and frustration. Instead, practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to a friend in a similar situation. For example, if you're feeling stressed about a project at work, instead of berating yourself for not handling it better, practice self-compassion by acknowledging that it's okay to feel overwhelmed. You're doing your best, and it's normal to experience difficult emotions from time to time. By being kind to yourself, you allow yourself to move through tough emotions without getting stuck in them. Equally important is maintaining physical well-being, as it has a significant impact on our emotional state. If you are sleep-deprived, poorly nourished, or not physically active, your mood is likely to suffer. Sleep is crucial for emotional regulation, as it allows your brain to process and cope with stress. Lack of sleep can make you more irritable, less patient, and more likely to overreact to situations. Similarly, a poor diet and lack of exercise can affect your mental health, making you feel sluggish, anxious, or depressed. By prioritizing self-care through proper sleep, balanced nutrition, and regular physical activity, you ensure that your body is in a better state to handle stress and support emotional well-being. Building a positive support network is also essential for controlling your mood. Surrounding yourself with people who are supportive, empathetic, and positive can help lift your spirits when you're feeling low. In contrast, toxic or negative relationships can drag you down and exacerbate feelings of anxiety, sadness, or anger. It's important to nurture relationships with people who encourage your personal growth and provide you with emotional support during challenging times. Positive social interactions can boost your mood, increase feelings of belonging, and create a sense of emotional safety. One of the most powerful tools for managing your mood is gratitude. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from what's going wrong in your life to what's going well. When you make a habit of reflecting on the things you're thankful for, whether it's a supportive friend, a beautiful sunset, or simply the ability to experience joy, you reframe your perspective. Gratitude is proven to reduce stress, improve mood, and increase resilience in the face of adversity. By focusing on the positive, you break the cycle of negative thinking and create a more balanced, optimistic outlook on life. Money, while essential for survival and providing a certain quality of life, has a significant impact on how we experience the world and ourselves. It is often said that money can't buy happiness. Yet how we handle our finances can deeply influence our sense of security, well-being, and even our emotional state. Learning to control your money is one of the most important aspects of financial independence, personal growth, and long-term stability. Control over your finances allows you to make deliberate decisions, plan for the future, and avoid the constant stress and anxiety that often comes with poor money management. Financial discipline doesn't necessarily mean you have to be wealthy, but it does mean that you have to be smart, intentional, and strategic about how you earn, spend, save, and invest your money. The first step in controlling your money is understanding your financial situation. This requires honest reflection and a comprehensive understanding of where you stand financially. Many people avoid looking at their finances because they are afraid of what they might find, whether it's debt, overspending, or a lack of savings. However, ignoring your financial situation only leads to more stress and confusion down the road. By taking the time to track your income, expenses, debts, and assets, you can gain clarity about your financial reality. This process is key to making informed decisions about how to move forward. The goal isn't to judge yourself for where you are, but to gather the information you need to make better choices going forward. Once you have an accurate picture of your finances, you can begin to create a plan for improvement. A crucial part of controlling your money is creating and sticking to a budget. Budgeting may sound restrictive to some, but it's actually a powerful tool for ensuring that your money works for you rather than against you. A budget allows you to prioritize your spending, make conscious choices about where your money goes, and save for future goals. It helps you distinguish between wants and needs, and it ensures that you aren't spending beyond your means. A well-crafted budget helps you avoid impulse purchases and overspending, both of which can lead to financial instability. While it might feel like a sacrifice in the short term, adhering to a budget ensures that you are creating long-term financial security. Moreover, budgeting helps you identify areas where you can cut unnecessary expenses, which can free up money for savings or investments. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles to financial control, and learning how to manage or eliminate debt is crucial for regaining financial freedom. Many people fall into debt because they live beyond their means or because of unforeseen circumstances such as medical emergencies or job loss. However, the longer debt remains unchecked, the more it compounds and the more difficult it becomes to manage. Understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt is important. For example, taking out a mortgage to buy a home or a loan for an education that increases your earning potential can be considered good debt. On the other hand, high-interest credit card debt or payday loans are typically bad debt that can quickly spiral out of control. Once you have a clear understanding of your financial situation, it's important to create a debt repayment plan. This plan should prioritize high-interest debts first, while still ensuring that you're making minimum payments on other debts. By paying off high-interest debt, you reduce the amount of money that goes toward interest, freeing up more funds for savings and investments. Saving money is another crucial aspect of financial control. Saving isn't just for large future goals like retirement. It's also important for building an emergency fund, which can act as a safety net in case of unexpected expenses, such as medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. Experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved in an emergency fund. This financial cushion helps reduce the stress that comes with unpredictable life events. However, saving can be difficult if you're already living paycheck to paycheck or struggling with debt. In this case, it's important to focus on small, consistent savings. Even if you can only save a small amount each month, it's better than saving nothing at all. Over time, your savings will grow, and you'll be better prepared for life's uncertainties. Our mind is the most powerful tool we possess. It shapes our reality, influences our decisions, and drives our actions. What we think ultimately dictates how we feel, how we behave, and how we experience the world around us. Therefore, learning how to control our mind is one of the most important skills we can develop for personal growth and long-term success. A controlled mind enables us to make intentional decisions, avoid self-destructive behaviors, and navigate the ups and downs of life with clarity and purpose. The mind has the ability to create both limitations and opportunities, and mastering it means freeing ourselves from the shackles of negative thinking and harnessing the full potential of our mental faculties. The first step in controlling your mind is self-awareness. Much like how we need to track our finances to manage money, we need to track our thoughts to understand our mental state. Often, we move through life without paying much attention to the constant flow of thoughts that race through our minds. Many of these thoughts are repetitive and automatic, and they often go unchecked. When we are unaware of these thoughts, they have the power to dictate our behavior and influence our emotions without us even realizing it. Self-awareness allows us to step back and observe our thoughts without getting caught up in them. It gives us the ability to notice patterns of negative thinking, such as self-doubt, fear, or anxiety, and provides us with the opportunity to challenge and change them. By becoming more mindful of our mental processes, we take the first step in exercising control over our minds. One effective method of developing self-awareness is through mindfulness practices. Mindfulness involves paying full attention to the present moment without judgment or attachment. Through mindfulness, we can train our minds to be more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and reactions as they arise, without letting them dictate our actions. It's about noticing our thoughts without becoming consumed by them. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," mindfulness helps you observe those thoughts as they come up without identifying with them. Instead of letting them spiral out of control and influence your emotions and behaviors, you can choose to let them go. This practice of non-attachment allows you to take back control over your thoughts and, in turn, your actions. Self-awareness is only the first step. Once we become aware of our thoughts, the next challenge is to manage and redirect them. Our thoughts have the power to shape our beliefs, and our beliefs shape our actions. If we continually tell ourselves that we are incapable or that we will never succeed, we will likely begin to internalize those beliefs and act in ways that reflect them. The key to controlling the mind lies in the ability to challenge negative or limiting thoughts and replace them with more empowering ones. This is where the practice of cognitive restructuring comes into play. Cognitive restructuring involves identifying negative thought patterns, such as catastrophizing, expecting the worst, or black and white thinking, seeing things as either all good or all bad, and replacing them with more balanced, realistic thoughts. For example, if you think "I can't," Elise, you can reframe that thought to something like, "This is challenging, but I am capable of finding a solution." By actively replacing negative thoughts with more positive, constructive ones, you reprogram your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems. Our emotions are deeply connected to our thoughts, and learning how to manage our emotions is a key component of mental mastery. Emotions like sadness, anger, fear, and joy are natural responses to life's events, but if we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by them, we risk making impulsive decisions that we might later regret. Emotional regulation involves recognizing and acknowledging our emotions without allowing them to control us. It's about feeling your emotions fully, but choosing how to respond to them. For instance, if you feel angry during an argument, emotional regulation helps you step back and avoid saying something hurtful in the heat of the moment. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can take a deep breath, pause, and respond with intention. Practicing emotional regulation helps us maintain mental clarity, even in stressful situations, allowing us to make decisions based on reason rather than on emotion. Controlling the mind involves building mental resilience. Life is full of challenges and obstacles, and how we respond to adversity can determine our level of success and happiness. Mental resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, maintain a positive outlook in difficult situations, and keep moving forward despite challenges. It's about developing the mental toughness to endure hardships without losing sight of your goals. Resilience can be built by facing challenges head-on, learning from failures, and refusing to give up. The more resilient we become, the more we are able to handle life's difficulties with grace and determination. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of controlling the mind. Self-discipline allows us to stay focused on our goals, resist distractions, and make choices that align with our long-term objectives. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, avoiding procrastination, or resisting the temptation to give in to short-term pleasures, self-discipline helps us stay on track and move closer to our desired outcomes. Developing self-discipline requires commitment, patience, and the willingness to delay gratification for the sake of long-term success. When we practice self-discipline, we are training our minds to be more focused, more intentional, and more driven toward our goals.